Doug Peterson grew up hunting with his dad and developed a passion for chasing whitetails with a bow as he got older. After first hunting with recurves or longbows, he switched to the more popular compounds. Then 15 years ago, he and a few friends decided to go back to recurves and make their own.
I think this is probably from one of our earlier ones, and we've adapted them over the years and made them a lot faster shooting. We basically started making them because we'd all gone back to recurves, and it just added another little. We were all buying custom-made bows for $7,000, $8,000. Well, you can spend $2,000, $3,000 for some of the really better ones. So we thought we'd try it. Well, at one point there was 5 guys in here making bows, and we usually make a new one every year and try to shoot a deer with it the next year.
To make this recurve, Doug purchased laminations the right thickness for a 50-pound bow that will shoot 200 feet per second.
You got 2 laminations, the glass on both sides. You get another piece of wood here, and this is separate, so you're probably looking at 10 pieces of different woods. I mean, some of the bows they're making now are so elaborate that they're a work of art. I mean, they're gorgeous.
The bow is adorned with snakeskin from a roadkill found by a Texas friend.
The ones we make now they're a fairly decent bow. They shoot well. So this one is shot, this is probably one of the bows I made that probably I've shot 3 or 4 deer with.
Doug reminisces about his first experience shooting a deer with a handcrafted bow, an experience he is passing down to his descendants.
It was a special moment, actually, to realize you'd made this thing, and actually it was more special this year. My grandson shot a deer with a bow that he and I made together, so I think that was even more special than me shooting one, so it was kind of cool.
Archery hunting led Doug to another passion, looking for shed antlers and turning them into works of art. After talking with a local scrimshaw artist, Doug decided to learn the painstakingly meticulous technique, using a center punch to scratch a detailed design onto antler bone.
It originated probably with the whalers or the Eskimos. Which one was first, I don't know. But it's making small scratch marks on, for the whalers it was whale teeth or whale bone of some kind. And it was tobacco juice and some other ash or something they used for the blackening part of it. And it's all little bitty scratch marks, and I basically do the whole piece working in the reflection of the light, and you wipe either black oil paint or India ink, anything black, Oil paint for me works the best, I guess. And it's not something somebody can actually just teach you. I mean, you kind of got to learn yourself.
Doug's talent isn't lost on his son Brooke.
The scrimshaw part of what my dad does is got to be one of the most difficult art forms out there. I mean, it would be like a tattoo artist, like tattooing in invisible ink, and then when he's done, you put a light on it and everything shows up. All your mistakes, everything that you do shows up at the end. And you don't have a clue till you're done with it.
Doug's first pieces sold for $2 or $3. Now, they're up to $400 per piece, particularly those etched on Doug's favorite ivory, the tusks of ancient mastodons. Though the giant mammals have been extinct for 10,000 years, the tusks have come up from melting glaciers. Mastodon ivory is soft, but much denser than deer antlers, so Doug can get better detail. In the 1970s, Doug could purchase a chunk for less than $200. Today, that same piece could sell for thousands. Doug only does his art in the winter. During the summer, he and Brooke run a tree trimming service, which supplies plenty of wood for their sawmill and shop. There, Doug makes rustic furniture and his specialty, canoe paddles carved from basswood. We watch the master carver at work.
Now, if I tried to do this that way, I would end up with a chunk coming off it. So working with wood and carving, it's all which direction you're going. I could sit and do this. The scrimshaw is tedious. This is relaxing.
Brooke is also talented with wood. He collaborates with his dad on making bows, canoe paddles, and unique pieces like an upright piano repurposed into a coat hanger. But he has his own unique style and pieces he likes to carve.
I feel like our styles are completely opposite. He likes to work in very small, minuscule type of thing. I like to do bigger. I like to go bigger, do things a little bit more off the wall than he does, you know. I don't want to call it abstract, but more design, more figures, shapes type of stuff, you know. But I mean, the wood burning I do is kind of a version of scrimshaw. If you think about it, it's a contrast between white and black, or a silhouette type of art.
Brooke carves a wide variety, like spoons, spatulas, and signs, but he's most proud of his bones and boards.
Lifelong skateboarder. I'm not gonna shy away from that one. That one, ever since, I'm a bit of an adrenaline junkie. Once we got the sawmill, and just one day I was like, hey, I can make longboards, you know?
Brooke is also fascinated with bones and antlers. He carves skull mounts to hold antler sheds and morel mushrooms and mystical creations like bone bugs.
This is the first one I've done of this. These are coyote rib bones, coyote shoulder blades, and coyote came off the, not the hip joints, but the pelvic bone, and then just a little piece of oak in the middle, and it looks kind of like a flying grasshopper, I would call it.
Brooke may be carving his own path, but he still looks up to the one who taught him to love art at a young age.
I think a lot of kids don't really appreciate it when their parents are good at something or they do something. I mean, I kind of took it for granted for quite a while, and it just got to, I mean, you become a teenager and you grow up, and all of a sudden you realize, like, oh, wow, he's really good at something, and there's stuff to be learned here.